Underhand details exposed hinting at Sussex effrontery towards Queen's mum giving public the hump. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry would have been blanked by the Queen Mother after they did something extremely rude, a royal biographer has claimed. Today marks 20 years since the death of Queen Elizabeth's mother, who was well known for coining the phrase, "never complain, never explain." The royal family has long followed a policy, which means they rarely discuss personal matters. But since her death at the age of 101 in 2002, several members of the firm have strayed from the mantra. Last year, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex gave a shocking interview to Oprah Winfrey, which stunned the royal family. Mr Vickers, the author of the Queen Mother's biography, believes she would have been disappointed by their acts. He told The Sun, "I think the Queen Mother would have been absolutely horrified in regards to Meghan and Harry's interview with Oprah. Fundamentally a lot of things that were said in there that were not true and very easy to disprove. I'm sure she would be very unhappy." The Queen Mother was always someone who, if she were unhappy or saw something she didn't like, she would just blank it out and just wouldn't refer to it. It didn't happen or the person didn't exist. This was the attitude towards the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, she just didn't bother with them. They just didn't exist to her at all. I think that's how she would also feel about Meghan and Harry, they would be ignored, they would be blanked. You wouldn't have been able to get much out of her about what she thought about them. Extremely rude. And Mr Vickers believes there is one thing in particular that Meghan and Harry did that would have displeased the Queen Mother. He explained, she would have thought it was extremely rude of Meghan to name her child Lilbit. That's the Queen's pet name and only very few people are allowed to use that. It comes as sources have claimed Prince William could end the firm's long-standing never complain, never explain policy as the monarchy modernizes. The prince is said to have put up a blueprint for his future as king, believing that the royals must be agile to survive. Following criticism of his Caribbean holiday with Kate, which left the pair bruised, he summoned a crisis conference with key advisors. According to reports, he will rip up the rule book and govern things the Cambridge way in a royal revolution. On March 30, 2002, the Queen Mother died in her sleep in the Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park, with Queen Elizabeth II by her side. She had been suffering from a cold for the previous 4 months. Her younger daughter, Princess Margaret, had passed away 7 weeks earlier. At 101 years and 238 days old, she was the longest living member of the royal family in British history. After the Queen Mother's death, Buckingham Palace revealed some details about her will after going to the High Court to try to keep it private. Her estate was valued at between £50 million and £70 million at the time, was passed on to her daughter the Queen. Many items from the Queen's private art collection were given to the royal collection and went on display at Buckingham Palace. A statement released at the time read, "Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother has bequeathed her entire estate, which mainly comprises the contents of her houses, to the Queen. In her will, she asked the Queen to make certain bequests to members of her staff, and these bequests will be subject to inheritance tax in the normal way. The Queen has decided that the most important of Queen Elizabeth's pictures and works of art should be transferred to the royal collection.